Hello guys, once again it's Mr. Day. Today I'm going to go over IXL F2, count atoms and molecules in chemical reactions. So before we start, there's two things you guys need to make sure you're aware of. So the first thing is this, the law of conservation of matter. All it states is that matter is neither created nor destroyed. In layman's terms or simple terms, it's basically how much stuff you start with is how much stuff you end with. Okay, so basically in IXL terms, when you do it, the number of reactants should be equal to the number of products that you have. Okay, now going back to the cake analogy and all that stuff from previous times. If you happen to make a cake by putting like eggs, milk, flour, sugar, etc., put into a bowl, and then you stuck all that stuff into the bowl, into a pan, and then you baked it, you would assume that the mass of the pan before you baked it is pretty much going to be the same amount of mass or the same weight when you pull it out and you put it on a weighing station. Okay, so masses should be equal before and after baking. Masses or the amount of stuff you have should be equal before and after you have a reaction. Okay, the second thing we need to make sure you guys are aware of is the part on stage 2, partially stage 1. Basically, you divide the number of atoms by the number of atoms in the chemical formula. So you see here, number of atoms in the reaction is 4. How many molecules of water will react? Right here in the chemical formula, it says that there's 2 H's because the subscript of 2 is affecting the H. So you would say 4 atoms divided by 2 atoms needed for each H2O would then get you a total of 2 molecules. Okay, so 4 divided by that 2 for the H's. Okay. Hopefully it'll make more sense if we get there, so let's try a couple out. Okay, so first one, guys, you don't actually even need to read the entire information there. Just I go straight to the question like I said before. It's asking you find the amount of hydrogen chloride produced, first determine the number of each type of atom in the products. So as we mentioned, law of conservation of matter, the amount of stuff you start with is equal to the amount of stuff you end with. So that means if you have 2 H's, you should end up with 2 H's in the products. If you have 2 Cl's, you should then have 2 Cl's in the products. So 2, 2. Okay. Alright, next one, it's saying how many molecules of hydrogen chloride are produced. So obviously the answer will look like 2, but let me just clear up just to make sure. You have 2 H's in the number of atoms, okay? You need 1 H to make a molecule of hydrogen chloride, okay? So 2 H's divided by 1 H needed will get you the answer of 2. So 2 over 1, 2, and that'll be your answer right there, okay? Once again, determine the amount of atoms in the products. While conservation matter, the numbers should be the same. So number of reactants, number of C's is equal to number of C's at the end, number of O's equal to number of O's at the end, number of Cl should be equal to the same number of Cl at the end. So 1 and 2, exact same number. Okay. During this reaction, how many molecules of phosgene CaCl2 are produced? So we have 1 atom of C, which is carbon. You only can, for every molecule of phosgene, you would need 1 atom, of carbon. So therefore, 1 over 1, 1. So that's your answer there, okay? Once again, just the law of conservation matter. Same number of products for the number of atoms you have is equal, number of atoms you have is equal to the number of atoms you have, okay? So 6. Okay, and then once again, this one's a little bit different, okay? So for the H's, you have 6 H's, okay? So you have 6 atoms of H, 6 atoms of hydrogen, okay? In each molecule of ammonia, you have actually 3 atoms of H. So 6 H's divided by 3 atoms for each molecule of ammonia is equal to 2. Okay, so the amount of molecules of ammonia would be 2. Okay, and that's basically stage 1. Stage 2 is basically only testing you on that second half, so the part of figuring out how many molecules there will be. So if we look here, I'm just going to go to the H again because that's the first one. You can pick any one, by the way. It's the same answer. I just pick H because it's the top one. Number of H's, or number of atoms of H in this reaction, is 6. Okay. Number of atoms of H needed in the molecule is also 6. 6 divided by 6 gets you 1. So, next one. Number of atoms in the reaction for H again is 4. Number of atoms of H needed for 1 molecule of water is 2. 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, so you have 2 molecules of water that you can make. Okay. Next one here, you have 2 atoms of O or oxygen in reaction. Every molecule of sulfuryl chloride requires you to have 2 atoms of O. Okay, so 2 atoms in the reaction divided by the number of H needed, which in this case has to be 2. 2 divided by 2, you get 1. Okay? And then here, number of atoms you have for hydrogen is 4. For 1 molecule of hydrogen peroxide, you need 2 H's. 4 atoms of H divided by 2 atoms of H needed means you can make a total of 2 molecules of hydrogen peroxide. And there you have it, you're done. Okay, so hopefully that makes a bit of sense. Hopefully that helps you out. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Okay, all right, peace.